Gentlefolk, ferals, and domesticated cryptids, welcome back to another exciting episode of Wonder Bathos. My name is Optometron, and I have had a splitting migraine all day, but that's not going to stop us from having fun tonight. Tonight's guest, or I should say this week's guest, is somebody that we have also had the pleasure of hanging out with in real life. They have come to visit us. She is one of the sweetest people that we have ever met in our life. Just so loving, so supportive, and we are honored to call them our friends, Mrs. Starrienitez. Starrienitez, how are you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
I am fantastic. Yeah, we had
aside from the migraine.
Aside from the migraine, yeah. If I could get rid of that, I'd be doing fantastic. That's why I'm wearing these awesome sunglasses, though, so I get to look like a rock star for an episode, which is okay. I'm okay with that. So tonight we played Forewarned, which is like I feel like it's almost an upgrade from Phasmophobia. You get to walk around in Egyptian tombs and like solve puzzles and fight off monsters with your torch. We had a blast. I had a really fun time. So thank you so much.
Definitely fun. Yeah,
yes.
Like the vanishing thing. Like I read about it, but I haven't done it since they did the upgrade, and that was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
I love that so much.
Banishing the demon. I mean, dude, the fact that it turned into one of us and was like following us around is crazy. Absolutely crazy. So this is not sponsored, but I'm telling you guys watching right now,
dude, it's on sale. Steam sale. It's $10.
Yeah, go do yourself a favor, get that game, play it. It's a lot of fun. So I usually start these episodes with the first burning question that is usually on everybody's minds is your name, Starrienitez. Where did that come from?
Actually, it's a nickname that I've had since middle school. When I became spiritual, and I did the numerology thing with using my name and then this name, and it all equaled out. So I ended up just being Starrienitez because, yeah, I love the stars.
So is it like two things? Was it like two things that got mixed together? Was Starry like a different, like, I don't know how the numerology stuff works, but
no, basically like every letter equals a number. So C is like 3, blah blah blah, and then you would take all those numbers and add them together, and then your true number would be like a 3 if you added both numbers together.
You weren't just being edgy by adding the Z at the end of your name.
No.
That wasn't just an edgy decision you made. You were like, I'm gonna make it cool and put a Z. It actually had a Z. That's awesome. That's actually really, really cool. I did not know that, and I am happy that I know the backstory behind that now.
I'm also very obsessed with Van Gogh, and that's one of my favorite paintings of all time. Is the Starrienitez painting.
Absolutely. Yep. That dude is awesome. I love all the depictions of him in film recently. They always paint him to be like such a no pun intended, but they always paint him out to be such a like normal person. It's just like, oh yeah, I just casually cut my ear off, like no big deal. No big deal. So we met through Twitch. A lot of our friends that we've met through Twitch have not been that far away from us, which is crazy. But we met through Twitch, and I know that you're a part of the Leaf Gang community, and you exude positivity, and you were just such a joy to be around. What brought you to Twitch?
Honestly, I would have to say Dan and one of my other friends from high school. I started watching. I did not know that we're friends in real life. Like I knew about. I've known him since like middle school. Like
Dan or your other friend?
Dan.
Okay.
Yeah, Dan used to hang around the circles that I hung around with, and my other friend, PhD, she and I basically grew up together, and she was streaming late night while I was at work, opening up Magic the Gathering cards, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. And I started watching Dan's streams after like finally seeing a notification on my Facebook about his YouTube and such, and I was like, wait a minute, how long has this been going on? I would have already been on this Like I've been like a big supporter of his music like way back when, and I'm like,
Right.
why am I just now finding out that he streams? And I've been like I've been beating myself
Because
up like
the
why am I not supporting him right now?
the algorithms have been against us
Oh
since
yeah.
the
Oh yeah.
beginning. Since the beginning, I remember when he first started posting on Facebook about his stream and stuff. Like that's how I
Mhm.
found him, you know. And it was like, what is this? Yeah. So
Right?
same, exact same.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So now that you're a part of it, you're in the machine. You know, once you're in the machine, you either fall out of it because it's not what you expected, or you're in it for life. And I feel like
Right.
you're one of those people that's going to be in it for life. So, what
It's
are
like
your? Go ahead.
um even if like I'm trying to stay more consistent on my streaming, but like even if I'm not streaming, I'm doing something for the stream. Like
Right.
I'm editing videos and doing all this stuff. And yeah.
So, what are your goals with it? Where are you trying to take it? Is
I
it
would
are
just
you on the career dream path? Do you want to make streaming a full time career someday, or are you just it's your love, your passion?
I mean, if it happens, it happens. I'm more so I want to hang out with friends. I want to be
Right.
able to hang out with friends, just chill. It's actually my adult time because I have 3 kids, and I just like to have just being an adult with other adults and not having to be a child so much.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I got a second one on the way, so I am
Right.
I'm feeling that. Some Amber
Yeah.
did our tarot reading while she was over here the last time,
Aw.
and she was like you're about to start a new life cycle, and once that happens, like your whole like life and family dynamic and everything's gonna change. And I really see that happening. You know, we were first time parents with our first. I know that's
Oh yeah.
redundant the way I said it, but you know, it's our first
But I
time being
understood.
parents with our
Yeah.
first kid,
Yeah.
and now we got a second kid on the way. So I know that's going to change like the whole dynamic of the house and how everything goes. So,
Right. Right.
yeah, yeah, expecting
It's
positive
like
changes.
when like the first child comes, you're like buying everything and you're doing all this. By the time a little bit came, we're like, okay, we don't need to get the fancy diapers. We don't need 500 diaper bags. We don't. It's
Right,
like
right,
first one's like, oh no, and then you learn after, and you're like, okay, well, it's not so bad. We don't have to worry about that.
right. Absolutely. You know what you need, and you know what your
Mhm.
expectations are. Yeah, I got
Mhm.
you. I can definitely see that. I think having a second child is going to be a little bit easier to manage and
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Um, So, do you have any projects going on right now? I noticed you got some artwork you've been posting on your
Yeah.
Twitter. You want to tell
Um,
us about that?
to yeah, cause to basically talk about having a 24-hour stream for my birthday and playing one of my favorite games of all time is Final Fantasy VIII. So I decided to ramp that up. I was going to do Final Fantasy art for the month of March, and I haven't done one for today, but I've been trying to stay consistent on doing one each day, and like I know they're not that great, but I'm also learning. Like that's why I kind of want to continue to do
Oh,
these projects.
I know where you're coming from
Mhm.
as an artist, being so
Mhm.
self critical of
Oh,
yourself
I'm
and
my
your artwork.
own worst critic, man.
But I just want to say, and this is not because we're friends, and this is not because you're on my podcast right now, but subjectively,
Mhm.
since you have started, because I remember some of your like really early art pieces that
Oh
I've
yeah.
seen when you were talking about I'm just starting and just watching your progression and stuff. I think you're doing fantastic. I think you're doing a
Nice.
wonderful
Thank
job,
you.
and it's very noticeable. Like if you look at one of your first pieces compared to what you're doing now, like it's
Mhm.
phenomenal. It is so
Oh
good, and
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so proud of how far you've come with it and how you've
Aw,
stuck with it, dude. You're doing amazing. So,
thank you.
yeah, no, that's awesome. And about the 24-hour stream, if you're watching this, probably it has already happened. If you catch
Yeah.
this episode,
Yeah.
if it just got posted this morning, you might be able to catch the end of her stream because this is going to come out on Wednesday. Today is Monday, and she's going to stream tomorrow on Tuesday. So you might
Yeah.
be able to catch. What time are you starting tomorrow?
I'm starting at 9 a.m.
At 9 a.m. Oh no, definitely not. This will be this will go live an hour after she finishes. But still, I'm expecting she's gonna have an amazing 24-hour stream. If you're watching
Yep.
this, go follow her channel, because how much of an uplifting thing to just finish a 24-hour stream and then come back
It's
to some
free
new
to
follows.
follow. Like,
Yeah, I think that'd be fantastic. So you
I'm
guys
trying to
watching should go
reach,
do that.
make goals for each month. Like right now, I'm trying to hit, what is it, 500 followers or something, or 300? I can't remember. But I'm like too short. And I'm like, okay, stay consistent. And then you'll get these follows. And I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, that's all it takes is consistency.
Yeah.
Man, I went and cleared out some followers a while back. Apparently, there's
Hmm.
a program that you can use. It's a third party program to root out your bots or whatever, if there's any bots or like
Nice.
suspicious
Right.
accounts following you. And dude, I lost like 60 followers.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but where I'm at now, that's not many. It's not many, but
Right.
it's been a slow climb trying to hit my
Hmm.
next goal,
Yeah.
and so that was definitely. But I think I'm almost back to where I was. I think I'm almost back.
Nice.
So yeah, yeah, feels good. We're doing some big things. Podcast has been pretty successful. It's not blowing up or anything, but it's been steady growth every week, and I really appreciate seeing just the little victories, and everybody
Yeah.
loves it. Everybody
Yeah.
that's talked to me about it loves it. So I'm
Yeah.
loving having this chance to lift up my friends and talk bond. You guys have been in our
Right.
house. I love
Yeah.
you. So
Aww.
it's
We love
nice
you
to
too.
be able to have some bonding time with you guys. So
Hmm.
um after the 24-hour stream, do you have any other projects or anything that you're working on?
Um, I'm gonna work on a couple of videos and stuff. I'm slowly working on it, but making a website for the Leaf Gang and getting everything
Oh,
situated for that, and getting everybody's merch stuff in one area, and trying to come up with ideas for Leaf Gang merch, because we're a stream team. I've seen other stream teams have merch for their members or anybody in the community that wants to be like have material things
right,
with
right,
the
absolutely,
community names on it. So that's
absolutely.
something I've been working on. It's a slow project, but
I
we're getting
know.
there.
I have
Yeah.
not put up any new merch in years now. It's been almost 3 years
Same.
since I've updated any merch, and I have a lot of ideas for new
Yep.
merch, but it just hasn't been like a priority.
Right.
But yeah, I do have a lot of ideas.
Hmm.
Actually, I don't want to say too much and spoil the surprise, but I did a while ago start another merch store that is not it's not optometron at all. It's going to be like mental health awareness and like um kind of
Awesome.
kind of like funny little sayings and stuff on shirts, and
Right.
I do have a couple designs for that already. One is just a shirt that says oh god, oh god, don't tell me I don't remember my own shirt. Oh, this is my existential dread shirt. I had that moment right now. I'm having that exact moment. Oh my god, existential dread. But it says this is my existential dread shirt, and then there's a hoodie and a tank top, and they all say what they are. So this is my
Oh,
existential dread
nice.
tank. Yeah, and
Oh,
so it just brings a little bit of awareness, but also is kind of like a fun, like, hey, let's have a laugh about this together. Like
right.
this is who
Right.
I am.
Yeah.
This is who I am. So I
And the
think,
people that will understand and not heckle you about it.
well, that's the beautiful thing. Like
Yeah.
even if you don't, it can be taken either way. But I think
Hmm.
people will enjoy it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Definitely.
People could take it seriously and be like, oh, let me not frighten this person. Wow, they have a shirt and they're wearing their feelings on their chest.
Hmm.
Let me not frighten this person or startle this person. Or it could be like,
Right.
hey, I'm having a laugh at my own expense, and like that's always fun too.
Yeah.
So either way. um Now, and this is the part of the episode where you get to it's pick a path essentially. You
Pick a
get to
path?
pick where you get to pick where we go with this.
Where's the
Now,
naked pipe at?
where's the naked
Oh.
pipe at? We have so many different options to choose from. So, you've got your popular media. We could talk about movies or video games. You've got your conspiracy theories. We can talk about like aliens or paranormal stuff, ghost stuff, because we just got done
Ooh, yes,
got done
yes.
playing a spooky game. Like literally the sky's the limit. Or if you want to talk quantum physics, we can talk about quantum physics. Whatever you want to talk about, Starry.
Right. I'm gonna go to the paranormal route because there's a lot of I don't want to bring it up, but at the same time I'm like it's current. It's controversy, and I'm like,
Bring it up. Let's talk about it. Let's get juicy. Let's get juicy tonight. Let's talk
so
about
I
it.
don't know if you've watched Ghost Adventures or seen any Ghost Adventures and know of Ghost Adventures.
Kamazats is absolutely insane for that show. I never saw the allure. I always thought the lead guy was kind of Chad Bro.
Well,
and
this is a lot of tea involving him.
Tell me about it. I know that I all I know so far. This is what I know. Let me tell you my knowledge first, and then you can take over. All I know is that early on when they first started, or like when they were a newer series or whatever, there was a dude who left and signed an NDA, and he wasn't allowed to talk about his experiences or the show for like 10 years. That's all I know. That's all I know. So if the tea came out after that, you're about to spill it for me.
It just came out yesterday.
Ooh.
Okay, this is fresh. Okay, so basically, they butted heads.
Okay.
The guy that left, and the host. Okay, whatever. Anyways, the guy that left took. This was like 2 weeks ago. He was asking people, "I will answer all your questions. Leave a question, and I will record and post it to your questions." And I was like, okay, when's this video coming out? When's this video coming out? I've been waiting on this for a while, and I'm like, okay, are you gonna bring something out? Because I'm fiending, man. I'm fiending. I need to know.
You can't have the name Zach Baggins without being a bad person.
Right. So the guy that left the show finally posted the video and basically explained what all happened, what went down. And there was no paperwork that he signed. He didn't sign an NDA or anything like that. He left because him and Zach butted heads, basically. Like, he was forced to do things against his will, and he didn't like that. That's not how he wanted to do paranormal.
So wait? That's it? They just butted head. Like, why wait 10 years to talk about it? I don't know. I guess unless it was traumatic. If it was traumatic, let me take that back. If you had a traumatic experience, I can get why you wouldn't want to talk about that publicly. But
well, there's also this thing where apparently the whole drama with Destination Fear and it getting canceled, and the reason why it got canceled was because of Zach, and he's trying to like monopolize the paranormal shows. Like, he wants to be the forefront of the paranormal shows, and if he doesn't want like any kind of competition, I guess.
Yeah, okay. He seems like that type of person. I get it.
Bro, listen, I've bought so many Ghost Adventures. Like, I love watching that show. I love Aaron. Aaron's fucking hilarious. But after, like, I could kind of tell from each episode how Zach was. But I was like, maybe he's just putting on a show or whatever. He can't be that rude, right? Right. Well, apparently that's actually true. So, like, ever since knowing that, I'm like, oh.
Tell them the story about the Jenny Wade house incident.
Hi, Neo.
Involving him.
This is Neo. I didn't know how this would work, so
So I'm transparent.
You're not a ghost.
He's not a ghost. Yeah.
Yes.
But apparently, okay, so when we first, yes, we live so close to Gettysburg. When we first moved here, we learned of the Jenny Wade house. It's a very a haunted location in Gettysburg. It was back in the Civil War time.
Okay.
Jenny was in her house, like making cookies, and got shot from a stray bullet from the war, and instantly killed her. So she
She
haunts
was
the
just like
place.
in her kitchen cooking during a war that was taking place right outside.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
cool. That
But
doesn't sound like a person that has unfinished business. I'm just saying, if I'm gonna go cook myself a breakfast burrito
before they burn.
and there's a war going on outside and I get shot,
She's
I'm not gonna
trying
be
to
like,
feed everybody. She wants to make everybody feel welcome.
she's got to
Here's
finish
your
making her breakfast burritos.
I gotta go get another
Okay.
batch to make sure that you're okay. But we went there because we've heard of it, and we want to go do paranormal stuff since we've been here.
Right.
And Ghost Adventures went to Jenny Wade's, and they filmed an episode there. And apparently, what happened is downstairs in the basement, they have like a mock-up of Jenny Wade's body being put on a pedestal because she got shot and she basically bled to death. Zach apparently got on top of the display case and was laying with the mannequin, and I guess he got his butt pinched by the ghost.
Okay.
And what else happened? What did the guy say?
He ran out of the room while they were all laughing, and they did not show that in the episode about the Jenny Wade house.
Yeah.
It is not in that show, but that really happened.
Yep. He screamed like a baby and ran out of the room.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I got pinched on the butt by a horny ghost, I'd probably scream too.
It's like, I like watching this stuff on TV, but if it really were to happen to me, I'm a little bitch. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
I will run.
I definitely don't like being around for paranormal stuff for sure. Like I like going and exploring the locations and stuff. I think it's fun, but when shit starts going down, I don't think I'd want to be there either.
When I'm with people, it's awesome. But like, I've heard my name being called before, and I'm like, Wow. Like a few weeks before the deer hit my car or ran into my car, I was coming around a curve, and I swear I heard, Nikki. And I was like, I had the radio on, mind you. So I was like, oh, maybe I was just hearing. No, it was like behind my ear.
You
like
heard it
right
over
here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nope, not today. No, thank you. Go away. Go away. I don't want to deal with you right now. No, thank you. It's just, it fascinates me, but it also scares the living shit out of me too.
Oh yeah. No, I've had similar experience, except not my name being called. I saw like a shadow person in the road. Mm-hmm. We were coming back from a camping trip. Well, not a camping. We stayed in an Airbnb on the river. It's a tradition. We go with some of our friends every year for his birthday, him and his wife. And we're on our way back, and it's not super late. It's probably like 9:30 at night. And so we're driving back through this like no way town, and we pass a gas station, and I'm driving, and like really it's quiet. Nobody's really saying anything. And then I see like a person, essentially a shadow of a person, walk in front of the car, and I thought I hit him, and like we stopped, and I kind of looked around for a little bit and didn't see anything. Wow. And we drove for a little bit, and then I pulled into the next gas station, and I was like, no. I was like, I need, like, I was freaked out. I was like, I need to just sit for a second. Like, holy shit. Like I think, I can't remember. I think we may have looked it up, and there was a story of like a hitchhiker or something out there, but it was a girl. It was the article or whatever. It was a girl, like a younger girl that was the hitchhiker. And this looked like a dude. It was like a very tall dude.
Hmm.
And it was just one of those surreal moments where like, did like smoke just come out of nowhere and like
Right.
and just
Right.
happened to look like a person, and I just hit some
Mm-hmm.
fog because like it,
Right.
and obviously didn't feel any impact or anything. Nothing was
Mm-hmm.
messed up on the car, but it just it looked like the shape of a person that I hit, and it freaked me out, and so
Right.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was weird. That was probably my only one like adult paranormal experience. I feel like after I hit like 17 or 18, I did not want to experience that. I'd had my
Right.
fill. I'd had my fill
Right.
of going and
Right.
poking around in otherworldly business.
Well, I've been like, I've read so many things and I've seen so many shows and stuff where it's like you can basically tell them to back the fuck off, and most of them will listen. So it's like, okay, no, not today, no.
Well,
Eventually, one day, I will be okay with talking to you or seeing you, but right now, today's not the day.
well,
Okay?
I think on top of that, like most of the time, I don't think ghosts can really hurt you. I think if they're strong
No,
enough
no,
to,
no, no. They need a lot of energy to even be able to do anything.
yeah, appear in front of you. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, like to appear or move an object.
It's crazy. I
A
was talking to a
poltergeist might be able to help, like, hurt you if you like were to get hit by like an object that they threw, but
but
I don't
how
see. Yeah,
but how rare is that? You know what I mean? Like
right.
how often are there like real, I feel like if
Hmm.
it was a common thing, or if like it just ghosts could just do that shit, you would have a lot more
Oh yeah,
ghost stories, where
yeah.
like physicalities manifest. And I was talking to a coworker about that the other day. Why is it always angry ghosts? Like
Right.
there's never a happy ghost with unfinished business, or a happy ghost that's
What?
like, like, hey, I just want to let everybody know I'm okay. It's cool on the other side,
I'm
It's
okay,
like
and
that.
I did the dishes for you, man.
So
I'm helping out.
that also attributes to the skepticism a little bit. Like
Right.
I believe there's a
Right.
lot of shit out there that we have no idea about.
Oh, right.
But I also think
It's
that it's
like,
very. Go ahead.
it's like the fact that we only use a partial amount of our brain. Like, how do
Right.
we know, like,
We were
what's
talking
really
about
out
that
there and
today.
what's all going on?
We
Yeah.
actually talked about that today too, and his response was that it's storage, and the only part of his argument that kind of made sense was like breathing, like it's a subconscious thing. Like you don't think,
Hmm.
even when you're born, like you don't think about breathing, you just do it. And so like, what if that's
Right.
part of that 80% of your brain that we don't use? Because
Right.
like evolution, we went from like apes to primitive cavemen. And it's like, what is the point of having an extra 80% of brain if we can't use it after, a million years, 2 million
Right.
years, Shit's crazy. But going back to the ghost thing, I kind of have a theory that maybe it's not so much ghosts as it is like maybe two alternate dimensions that are really close together.
String
And
theory.
yeah, exactly. And you're just seeing glimpses into like a alternate dimension essentially.
Right.
I think that about dreams though too. They don't know what dreams are.
Dreams and fucking reincarnation. Like, that kind of like, you could be reincarnated to the same body or something, but in a different multiverse, or
Let me
like,
pick your brain on that then. I have a question for you. If you brought up reincarnation. So
right.
if reincarnation is a thing and exists, how do you account for like the extra billion people that are on the planet now that weren't back then? Are we creating new souls as well as recycling old souls at the same
I
time, or how
guess.
does that work?
Well, considering you have to also look into the animals, if you believe in that, like, it could be just 1,000 ants that were really, really good
And it just
and got up
respawn?
to human status. Like, right? Yeah. Like,
I guess
it
that's. I was a
yeah.
deer in a past life. I was a polar
Right.
bear. Yeah.
Right. Right. Exactly. Like, it's just, it's what you believe in. And honestly, I don't know. Maybe it's just like a lot of people in another multiverse where we're just like bringing in all these people through portals. I don't know.
I like arguing both sides of it because, like, really,
Right.
there are really deep connections on both sides. Like,
Hmm.
have you seen Eon Flux? Have you ever seen that movie or that TV show from back in
Aeon
the 90s?
Flux.
Yeah,
I want to say I've seen bits and pieces of it.
If you've seen it, if you kind of know what I'm talking about. Anyway,
Mhm.
the premise of that show and that movie was that there are a finite amount of archetypes for humans, right? So like that's why
Gotcha.
that's why people always have doppelgangers. Like there's a lot of
Right.
people out in the world that look like me. There's a lot of people out in the world that
Mhm.
look like you. And so the idea is that humans are only capable of like respawning like a same finite amount of human like bodies essentially, so same faces, all that shit. And like I don't really know where I was going with that. That
Well,
just
that
incarnation.
explains because that I read an article the other day saying that Liz was it Liz Taylor? No, not Liz Taylor. Who was the queen in Alice in Wonderland?
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god,
The
oh
White
god, oh god.
Queen.
I know she was in oh, the White Queen,
Yeah,
not
the
the Queen
White
of
Queen.
Hearts.
Not Helena Bonham Carter. No,
Yeah, that's what
no,
I thought you
the
were talking about.
Prince. Not Princess Bride. The other princess movie where she was a high school and she found out she was a princess
Anne
and she had
Hathaway,
to. Yes.
the Princess
So
Diaries.
apparently, Anne Hathaway and her husband are doppelgangers or reincarnations of this couple from a while ago, and the husband was rich and famous, and the wife wanted to have her time in the spotlight, but she never got that chance. So now they came back, and she has the spotlight, and the husband doesn't. I gotta find that article and post it in the Discord because I'm like,
I thought she.
who, who has what weed are you smoking? Who has these thoughts?
I don't
Like,
know.
I'm
The same.
just
I mean, people think that John Travolta and Nicolas Cage are vampires, like, and that I don't know. This shit's crazy. It blows my mind. I feel like if time travel is not going to be possible until the first time traveler comes back to our time, which would create a paradox within itself. And so I
right.
don't know. It's but time travel is totally possible. You know, time is relative. You know, everybody's seen Interstellar. You know
Mm-hmm.
that movie really put that shit into perspective for me, because like Albert Einstein says, you know, the theory of relativity or whatever, and like you're like, oh yeah, it sounds really smart, but you don't know what it means, and then you see it in action. Like you could
Exactly.
go halfway across the galaxy, spend an hour on one planet whose gravitational pull is a little bit different than ours, and that 1 hour equates to what, fucking 8 years here, you know,
Mm-hmm.
so much time, but it goes by so much faster for you there, you know. So based on that alone, you know, that's, we're not talking like time zone difference because the sun, it
No.
just happens to be at a different spot
Right.
on your side of the planet. This is like way deeper than that, you know. You stay the same age while the rest of the universe around you does not. And
Right.
so, dude,
It's
that
like
shit.
it's like space travel. Like once
Yeah,
you leave the planet, everybody else is like already dead by the time you get back, and you're like what 2 years older.
yeah.
Like it's
Yeah, if you go to a planet that's like that, for sure.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, so that stuff blows my mind. And it also just, we are not a type 1 civilization yet, and once we get to that point, you know, I feel like we'll be able to harness time and
We're
stuff.
slowly getting there.
They're
We're
creating
slowly getting
wormholes
there.
and black holes on the planet Earth, which is the
Mhm.
dumbest idea ever, but we're never going to be able to harness that power unless we try. So
Yeah,
good for them for trying. But also the
and then
Mandela effect. I had one
yeah,
of
I
those.
was gonna say that doing that kind of shit. We're like, okay, so what happened here? Like, I swear, I started binge watching The Fresh Prince of Bel Air, and the opening, I knew it, heart for heart. Like I knew every single word. I knew how the beat went. But when I was watching it, I'm like, this music sounds off. Like,
Something's different. Something's changed.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm like, some fucking people at CERN playing with a goddamn black hole.
Now I want to go listen to whatever's on YouTube for it. But yeah, no, there have been a lot of occurrences like that have been happening lately. Camel spiders was the one for me today. I remember not that long ago, like probably a decade ago, looking up pictures of camel spiders on the internet, and my brother
Mhm.
telling me about camel spiders. Like, there are these spiders over in Iraq and Afghanistan, and these things are like massive. They
Yeah.
look like
Yeah.
like your typical cartoon spider, just a big black dot with these giant legs that come off of them. And I remember seeing pictures of soldiers holding them up by their legs, and the leg span reaching the ground, like 6 foot like leg span. And looking it up on the internet today to try and show it to my coworker, everything that says it on there is like everybody has been misled, and like none of that's real, and like this is what
It's
camel
all
spiders actually
photoshopped.
look like. And I'm like, no way, dude. Like, I've heard stories from people that have been there, like, about these
Right.
things, and how the military gets like an extra sidearm, like an extra 9mm pistol just for camel spiders when they're stationed over there, like crazy shit. So if anybody in the YouTube comments knows anything about camel spiders or knows what I'm talking about, post that, because
I have that image in my brain of the
Blue-
soldier holding the spider.
yeah,
Like it's in my
blows
it's in my
mind.
head. I know what you're talking about.
That
But
picture
I
doesn't
just
exist.
typed it in. I just typed it in, and the spider's like maybe the size of the palm of your hand.
Yeah, itty bitty. And like people are like holding it and letting it bite their fingers and stuff. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy because like even that right there, like letting the spider bite your hands and stuff. Everything I've read about the camel spider was that it bites you. Its venom kind of liquefies
found
the
it.
flesh
I found the picture.
of the soldier holding it. You need to send that to me.
Yeah.
I gotta see this.
Hold
I'll have to-
on.
We'll look at it afterwards, and I'll post it in the Discord. So if you guys are watching this on YouTube and don't know anything
just
about
sent
the
it
rest of
to
our
you.
world, find me
Right.
on Discord. The link, I think I have it.
Link
posted.
everything's in the description.
I don't think I only put my Twitch handle in there, but you can get to there from my Twitch handle. So you can go ahead and like my Twitch while you're there, and then find the Discord link. But that is crazy. So you actually found the
Like,
picture.
subscribe,
No, I'm curious.
follow.
I'm curious to see if it's the same picture. Hold on, that's not it.
That's not it.
That I saw that one on the internet. That it make I
Okay.
think the depth is weird on that picture. I think that is the same size as the other pictures. It's just the way that they're holding it and the guy standing behind it makes it look a lot bigger.
Oh well, I
Um,
found one that looks definitely photoshopped.
Yeah, no, that's one. There's a lot of cheesy photoshopped ones. This was real. This was like an old like Polaroid of the
wow.
dude like holding the spider's leg up.
Oh.
It was crazy. It was crazy. So. And even if that was a Photoshop and that wasn't real, it would still exist somewhere on the internet, and I have not been able to find it. So.
Oh yeah. There's shit we don't know about. Like how much of a percentage of the ocean have we actually explored?
5%.
Like we don't know what's down there. We don't know
Actually-
what's down there.
Actually, 5%. That was another theory. I'm so glad that me and my coworker get to have these conversations, 'cause then I can bring it to my podcast guests. So about the ocean thing, he said there's this really far-fetched theory, and like it's very, very far-fetched, that NASA used to explore the ocean before they got into aeronautics and space travel. And so like they used to explore the ocean, and they found something in the ocean that was so terrifying and so bad that they were like, fuck that, we're not going down there anymore. And then that's why they started trying to build spaceships to get us
They were
off
like, we gotta get off this planet. That
Yeah.
thing's fucking creepy.
to get us off the planet.
We need to find somewhere else to live because I don't want to live with that.
Right. I mean, there is also the asteroid. There's an asteroid that's supposed to hit in like 20 something years. I think like 2047, or not supposed to hit. It's got a 1 in 400 chance. There's a 1 in 400 chance that a giant asteroid will hit the Earth in 2047. Now that's science, but it's also not, you're talking about orbital like patterns.
How
and
many
pathways and shit.
asteroids actually come so close to hitting Earth, anyways? Like,
Not that statistically low though. It's never.
Right.
It's not like, oh shit, we got another asteroid coming. It's got a 1 in 3 chance of hitting us. No, it's usually like a 1 in 20,000, 1 in a million, 1 in 40,000. They're just like, hey, there is a chance we could be wrong about this because we can't predict its movement completely. We just know like the path that it's on, and it's gonna come close.
Right.
This is like a 1 in 400 chance. I don't like those odds. I'm glad it's not any lower, but also It's 20 something years from now, so hopefully, by then we'll have the technology that if it does look like a threat, we have the way to take care of it. We can hit it with a nuke or some shit.
Put the glass dome around the earth.
Blow it up. Put a glass dome around the earth, if only. I don't know, man. A lot of people fart and stuff. It might stink. I don't know if I'd.
Greenhouse gases have
there's a lot of poop.
quadrupled since we put that glass around the earth.
It's got a dome around it, but it's got a bunch of fart vents that are like the oven vents, like that are underneath the microwave that like vent out the.
And the aliens drive by like we're driving by a cow pasture.
Yeah.
Like woo!
Roll the windows up. That would be nuts. It'd be super crazy. No, but I think I don't know. I think within 20 years we're gonna have like some sort of massive space station, and like probably people already be living on Mars, and the first like space race has kind of officially begun. They have found another meteor that's not gonna hit Earth, but they found another meteor that has some sort of like mineral or something on it. That people are wanting to get a hold of. It's worth like $300 trillion. $300 trillion worth of this mineral that the Earth needs. I don't know if it's for microchips or like it's for something. It's for something that we need. $300 trillion worth, and I can only speculate that every country is going to be like trying to go after this thing. Like
who's coming up with the value of this shit?
I mean,
I just want to know who you are. Have a conversation with you. Like, what?
I don't think somebody just said, "Hey, it's worth $300 trillion," and then everybody's gonna be like, "Oh shit, we gotta go get it." I think there's some science behind it. I think they look at it and they're like, "Okay, well, this thing is the size of, this thing is the size of like 10."
Like go down the middle and then take the circumference and then we multiply it by X, Y, Z, and then we add some more shit to it.
I wish I knew what the mineral was, because like you could say neon or you could say lithium.
Right.
Let's just say just for the sake of conversation, we'll just say it's lithium, so they can tell that, hey, this thing is this big and it's made of lithium. So if we figure out that lithium weighs so much, and let's try to figure out what this meteor weighs on this scale, they can estimate how much money it's worth. But I'm telling you, dude, Russia, China, America, probably Canada, just because they haven't really done a whole lot. Yeah, Wakanda. Dude, all these countries are going to go after this meteor, and like, what, even if only one of them gets there and brings it back, like, what's to stop other countries from trying to get it, so they can control. You would control the world. Like, $300 trillion. You could control the entire, you could buy the United States. Literally just buy the whole United States. Fire all of Congress, fix the economy.
My thing though is we don't own anything technically. We all live on the same fucking planet. Like, we're all the same fucking people. Like, that's another story for another time. But that's
I wish others shared the sentiment, but capitalism and people want to be rich and in power.
What's this? Like, I don't understand the concept of money. Here, I want this. Here, have a piece of paper. Like,
control. I saw a clip. It made me so mad because they were so right. It made me so mad. But I saw a clip the other day from some show. I can't remember what the show is, but it's like back when appliances first came out, like the oven and refrigerator and stuff like that. And so like these like this cowboy and his mom or something like walk up to this dude selling appliances, and he's like, "Oh, we got this refrigerator. It keeps everything so cold for you and keeps your meat fresh and keeps everything good for you. And then we got this oven right here, and this thing cooks all your food for you, so you don't have to worry about campfires and coals and all that stuff." And so the dude's like looking at it, and he's like, how do we get that? And he's like, "You pay money for it." And he's like, "All right, well, how, and I have to go to work to make the money that I'm giving to you for this. So it's really like I work for you." And the dude like didn't have anything to respond with, and I was like, damn, that kind of hits deep, like we have all this cool stuff, but like it's not like we're working our jobs, just to survive. Like we need all these creature comforts and shit, and we're working to pay for those things. So it's like we are working for it's like we work for Amazon.
We're working for food, we're working for shelter. We're not learning the basic things that we need to survive as a human. Like, we're not learning about farming. We're not. What are they teaching in school?
But on the other side of that, if we lived in a utopian
Common
society,
Core.
Common Core sucks, dude. We're not even gonna go there. But those creature comforts, they are good. People should have those, so it gives us time to do other stuff. That was an argument too. Is like, well, I don't have time to do anything else if I'm working all the time to pay for this stuff. And it's like, that is kind of true. Like, we don't have the time afforded to us to enjoy nature and shit because we're working and stuff all the time. But also, like, if we could get to the future where it's like, everybody gets what they need and everybody puts in, we can get back to that mentality. Like, everybody works for the betterment of mankind, but also in return, everybody gets to enjoy the creature comforts of it,
It's like basic healthcare. Like, every person should have basic healthcare. Like, you should not be denied to go to a fucking hospital
Right.
just because you don't have insurance or you have low coverage insurance.
Yeah.
Like,
most other progressive countries take care of that.
We're the only fucking one.
We're not the only one, but we are the only one that screams that we're the greatest country in the world, and still not afforded one.
You spray that shit with enough fucking rose spray, it's still gonna be a fucking pile of shit.
Yeah. I don't want to talk too much shit about America.
Right.
But
right. No, I get it. I get it. Like, I was born and raised here. I was born in Arkansas. Like, I've just seen the progression of how we're just going backwards and not.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we can talk if you want to get political. We can get political. Religion is ruining the government, and the government was already ruined to begin with. It's just making it worse. So. I think we just need to get some more forward thinking, like progressive people in the government, making
people that don't have decisions. 1 foot in the grave. Can we get somebody that's not on the brink of death?
That too. Like, I mean, it's not even about being on the brink of death. It's having people that were in office making these decisions when really bad, like even worse things were going on in the world. Especially our country.
The world is constantly changing, and you can't stick to the same thing that happened 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You can't stick, like, 1800s or whenever the Constitution was written. Like, back then, we didn't have vehicles.
I think we need to throw that shit out anyway. The Founding Fathers had no idea what the world was going to be like today. And
Exactly. Right to bear arms against the militia. Like, yeah, cool and all. Nobody wants to take your fucking gun, but can we do something so that we don't have kids being afraid to go to the fucking elementary school? I
don't want to send my kid to school for the same reason.
Exactly. Like, nobody wants to go to fucking school because you don't want to put a ban on fucking AR-15s. And it's like, that is a gun made for war. That is a gun to kill people. But my guns, my freedom, my rights. What does little Timmy not have rights? Like,
no. Little Timmy does not have rights. Unfortunately. And that's just the sad truth of it, We talk about it a lot, actually, because in Arkansas, there's a big thing about abortion.
Oh, I'm not happy with Arkansas right now.
Yeah, we are very not happy with Arkansas right now. But the argument is that all these people who have never met you before, these lawmakers, these people in power, are fighting for your unborn baby's rights. But as soon as they come out of the womb, they don't give a shit what happens to them. They don't care.
Exactly.
There's no funding. There's nothing.
You don't want to do any EBT or anything like that to help with the growing child, which you gave so much shit for while inside the womb.
You force this child into a life of just
poverty, and not being able to know when their next meal was going to be.
Yeah, it's awful.
And it's like,
it is awful.
The whole thing with abortions is like, I personally wouldn't get one, and that's just me. But I'm not going to go tell fucking Jan that she can't have a fucking abortion because I don't think that it's right.
Right.
It's not my fucking body.
Yeah. Yeah, I think us and most forward-thinking people are in agreement on that. You know, it's like you don't know the circumstances behind it. You know, and like I know with everything there might be people who continually just get pregnant and abort when they could be smarter and make better decisions. But
Right.
that's
Right.
again, like like you said, it's not your body, it's not your choice,
Mhm.
and you don't know their
It's not
circumstances
hurting you.
because there are a
Like
lot of
unless they're like stabbing you or it's not bothering you. The only reason why it's bothering you is because you were bred to
I,
think that way.
I mean, I'm just thinking about pregnant ladies going around and stabbing people now. Just look at. I don't want this baby. I don't want this baby. Oh man.
That's the next purge.
Oh man. I mean, they deserve it. God.
You didn't bring me my Rocky Road ice cream with pickles.
Yeah. Yeah. As somebody who's survived a pregnant lady once and is currently surviving a pregnant lady for a second time, yeah. They deserve everything. They deserve all the creature comforts. They deserve all the food, everything they want. Women are such tough and beautiful creatures. Like holy shit. I can't. I'm very happy that
Oh
I
yeah.
don't have to
Oh yeah.
go
Because
through some of that.
if men were to have periods or were to get pregnant, do you know how much more birth control, how many abortion clinics would be on the corner? Like,
I don't know.
Important.
I kind of think that the shoe would be on the other foot then. If men experience the same things that women had to experience, I feel like more women would be in power and in control and be running
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
You
I could
know.
see that.
And I think that's
Yeah.
been a problem too, like, and it still is, equality for, you can still see it present everywhere, Hollywood with their paychecks and shit, the women don't get paid as
Oh
much as
yeah.
the men,
Oh yeah.
and it's
Oh
fucked
yeah.
up. It's super fucked up, it's like, dude, it's 2023. Are you telling me that like this? They're both actors, they're both actors. They both went to the same schools. They fucking did the same training. They're both doing the same movie. They both have the same amount of screen time. They should both be getting the same amount of pay, unless one of them is like, I guess, a much bigger star,
It's like the quality of their work. Like if they're a shitty actor, then sure, don't pay them as much. But if they're on equal ground,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if in special circumstances, like trying to get
yeah,
Robert Downey Jr. back in the MCU, like
right.
fucking pay get this man his money. You know what I mean? Like, fucking pay that dude, get him back in the MCU. He deserves it. He helped build the
I
thing
love
from
you,
the beginning.
3000. I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, and I was like, no, I'm sorry. He did sign on. Sorry, we're gonna segue into a happier topic before we end here. But he did sign
Okay.
on. He signed on for 3 more projects. But 2 of them he's not gonna be playing his Tony Stark. One of them he's playing an AI version of himself
Ooh.
for Riri Williams Ironheart.
Yes.
They announced that. I think that's going to be really cool. And then he is
Ooh.
also signing on as an alternate dimension version of himself, and I can only speculate, don't know for sure, but I think it's going to be the Secret Wars movie, either Secret Wars or the Kang Dynasty, which will be the next Avengers movie. So, but I don't know.
Exciting.
Well, because the
Oof.
Kang movie is supposed to wrap up the multiverse arc for
Yeah.
Marvel,
Yeah.
which is going to
I
leave
still need to see the new fucking Ant-Man. Oof.
I know, same. We do too. It looks really good, but nobody's really been talking about it.
Well, you
So.
get to see Murdoch's butt, so.
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't know about MODOK's butt. I just knew MODOK. I just knew he was in it. I've seen the
I was
pictures of his
like,
face. Dude, I'm excited. I really want to see this movie. Just for MODOK's butt. I just want to see
great.
MODOK's butt.
Just for his butt. Just for his butt.
Oh, man. Well, sorry, we are getting dangerously close to the end of our episode, which has been an absolute pleasure. Okay. I do have one more order of business we have to attend to before we end. I do this with all my guests. a lot of times people go with mental health awareness, or it could be, just, God, there was something else super important. We'll just say it could be mental health awareness, or it could be something funny, or it could be a shout out to your channel. Whatever you want to do, okay? But I'm going to put you on the pedestal. I'm putting you on a pedestal right now in front of 1 million people. And you get your chance to say something to 1 million people. What are you going to say?
I'm Starrienitez. It costs nothing to be kind. Don't be a dick. Look
Don't
at
be a
somebody
dick!
else's shoes. Like just because you don't like something and somebody's excited about it, don't be that person. Don't. And we have enough hatred in the world. Just be kind.
It's true.
That's all I want. Just be kind. Be kinder to each other. Because you only live your life once. Take it slow. Smell the roses. You don't have to be number one. Okay.
Unless you're first, and then you get to be number one. No, I'm just that is beautiful. That is a
If
beautiful
you're not
message.
first, you're last.
You're not first, you're last. Well, I just meant like if you're the first person to walk into a building, then I mean you're first. You don't have to be first. You're just a victim of circumstance at that point.
Right.
Anyway,
Right.
but that is beautiful. Be kind, everybody. Like Starry said, it doesn't cost you anything to be kind. Be nice. And you never know what people are going through, so just
if you can make at least one person smile a day, you're doing a good job. Okay.
Couple of kind words can go a long way for a lot of people,
Yes,
especially in the world that we live in.
Definitely.
So again, thank you for being on tonight, Starry. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for playing video games with me. You're amazing.
Thank you for being my friend.
Da-da-da-da, couple down the road and back again. You're a wonderful friend. I cannot wait until we can hang out again in person.
Yay!
Send Neo and the kids my love, and I will talk to you later. We'll see you guys next week on Wonder Bathos.